That we won the tackling fight. Just two Pokemon ramming their heads into each other over and over until one falls over. Hello everybody, welcome back to more Pokemon Heartgold version. Last time we made it here to Cherrygrove City. Anyways, let's get into exploring the city. We didn't get a chance to do that last time, so what do you say? Wondering if Pokemon going anywhere is fun. I agree. Especially my derpy little Chikorita. Pokemon get experience from battle and change their forms. Yes, he's referring to Pokemon evolution. I heard that each Pokemon has its own nature, and it has something to do with Pokemon stats. Yes, I think I went over this very briefly last episode. Maybe I could talk about it now because she brought it up. So our Martin here, Martin the Chikorita, has a relaxed nature. On the screen you'll see it's pretty faint in this game, to be honest, but I believe red means stat increase and blue means stat decrease. So Chikorita here has a plus defense nature and a minus speed nature. At low levels this doesn't really make that big a difference, but as you gain more levels and have more stats, you get a slight increase to the positive stat and a slight decrease to the negative stat. Some Pokemon also have neutral natures, which just means no stat change whatsoever. Oh yeah, the Sonic Man. When I was a wee lad, I was a hotshot trainer. Here's some word of advice: catch a lot of Pokemon, but you can only take 6 with you. If you catch more, they'll be sent to the PC. They won't run away from the PC, so there's no need to be alarmed. Yes, they're trapped in there forever. Remember what I'm about to tell you. Treat them with utmost kindness. Yes, by leaving them in a box the rest of their life. Pokemon can get kind of dark when you think about it, you know? It's kind of interesting, though, the 6 Pokemon limit. How did they decide that? This seems like... Honestly, it seems like the perfect amount. You know, it's not too little, not too many. They just get luckier. They did a lot of prototyping. When I get older, I want to be a gym leader. I make my Pokemon battle with my friends and make them tough. If you're trying to see how good you are as a Pokemon trainer, you better visit Pokemon gyms all over Johto and collect badges. Because we have the ocean. There's a guy there who's going to taunt us for a good chunk of the game because we cannot talk to him. And I think that's actually everyone who lives in this town. Wow. What do you have to say? I battled the trainers on the road. My Pokemon lost. They're a mess, so I must take him to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I can't heal up between videos because Chikorita took a bit of a beating. Cherrygrove City, the city of fragrant flowers. In the springtime at least. What is this place like in the winter? I made it. I forgot about one thing. This is another token from me. Take it. The guy Jen loaded the map card on Jay's Pokegear. Yes, now we can view the region, I guess. You'll see the map of the region you're currently in. The Pokegear becomes more useful as you add cards. I wish for luck on your journey. I don't think there's that many cards in this game. This isn't like the Pokewatch or anything. So we click the map icon. We can see we're here. This is Cherrygrove City. A city where you can smell flowers and sea breeze. Yeah, this is a pretty good region. This is a lot of people's favorite layout for a region. I think it's probably mine as well. Route 30. And encounters. Yeah, you're going to count a lot of flying types on these first routes. Another reason why using Chikorita in the early game can be a bit tricky. Okay, let's see something. Let's test Razor Leaf. This is resisted, but it's also stab. That does about a third. Maybe a little bit more. And we got critted. Great. And then Tackle is not stab and not resisted. Okay, it does a little bit more. Not much in it, but good enough for me. You get a lot of experience. Yeah, so it was Black and White that introduced... It was Black and White that introduced the, oh, a Caterpie. That introduced the whole, EXP, like, scaling, so if you're significantly above the opponent's level, you don't get that much experience. If you're significantly below, you get tons of experience. That was better for maybe challenge, I suppose, and reward, but it made grinding really difficult in those games. That doesn't exist here, so even though they're low level, you're not going to get, like, a significant experience deficit. Caterpie, I believe, is a Heartgold exclusive. You'll be battling Weedles on this route if you're playing Soul Silver. This is another thing you should know. Gen 4 has ridiculous encounter rates. People complain about it, and I probably will too. And a crit when they didn't need it. That also happens. I hope I'm not coming off as too negative. My humor style is pretty dry, so like sometimes I feel like I'm just sounding really negative when really, like, I love this game. It's just like I'm not afraid to kind of poke holes at its annoyances and stuff here and there. This guy's a spinner, I think. Oh, no, he's just a troll. You're wearing running shoes. You can feel like you're flying, don't they? Beware of wild Pokemon trainers. When you run, the noise will attract them. Yes, that's maybe one of the reasons why this game feels like its encounter rate's so high is because, well, you're running all the time. Now, this is not Mr. Pokemon's house, if I remember correctly. People usually come to my Pokemon. People usually come to my house looking for Mr. Pokemon's house. You did mean to visit my house, right? I did say that, right? All kind of you. Do you have any apricorns? Apricorn trees bear fruit once a day. I mean, that would be amazing in this world. Imagine if an apple tree gave you apples every day. I have one of those trees too. Apricorns are really something. They can make Pokeballs and other things. They're quite useful. Yeah, so he's talking about apricorns. These are these things. I think an apricorn's a fruit, right? No, that's an apricot. Point is, you get these weird ball things. There's a green apricorn for reasons. I think it's text limit or something. I want to collect as many of those as we can because eventually we'll be able to do something with them, but that might take some time. Got something antidote that cures poison. A Pokemon can use its move as long as its moves still have PP. When a move has no PP remaining, that Pokemon cannot use that move. Then you should take your Pokemon to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, PP is not usually that big a deal in single player because Pokemon Centers are everywhere. But in certain situations, it can actually be a bit of a problem. Go, Rattata! Tackle! And these guys are having a Pokemon battle like on the field, which is cool. But because they're battling, we can't actually get further right now. Okay, what if I turn the running shoes off and we just walk? Hey! Look, I'm learning stuff. Wow, that actually really works. I wasn't expecting that to be so effective. This is, I mean, is it just a pink or is it a pink? Mr. Pokemon's house, finally. Hey, look who's here. You must be Jay. It was I who sent an email to Professor Elm earlier. I prefer to sit on the couch, actually. This is what I want Professor Elm to examine. Did you obtain the mystery egg? A friend of mine from Ekritique gave it to me. I bet you can't find this kind of egg in Johto. I thought Professor Elm might be able to tell what it is. He's the best when it came to the research of Pokemon evolution. That's a quote from the famous Professor Oak. He's sitting right there. You're returning Professor Elm? Here, your Pokemon should have some rest. Man, Oak's got a good theme. What is happening right now? And with that, I'm Professor Oak, a Pokemon researcher. So you're Jay. I was just visiting my friend Mr. Pokemon. I heard you were running an errand for Professor Elm, so I waited here. Oh, what's this? A rare Pokemon? Okay, so the starters are like supposed to be rare, I guess. I thought like everyone got a starter Pokemon. I see, you must be helping Professor Elm's research. I think I understand why Professor Elm gave you that Pokemon. You will treat your Pokemon with love and care, it seems. Tough love, we'll call it. You seem to be dependable. How would you like to help me out? See, this is the latest version of the Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. Yeah, Pokemon was using AI way before our world got it. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. I'd like you to have it. Go meet many kinds of Pokemon and complete that Pokedex, but I've stayed too long. I have to get to Goldenrod for my usual radio show. Do you have a feeling that this may not be the last time we meet? Let's exchange numbers just to be on the safe side. Man, we are Mr. Popular. Or is it weird that this 10-year-old is collecting a bunch of, like, elderly men's phone numbers? No trouble you having to go back and forth, but please make sure to hand it to Professor Elm. One of those developers speaking. Yeah, sorry about the backtracking, but this is how you make games, I'm afraid. Hello, Jay. It's a disaster. It's just terrible. What should I do? Oh no. Please get back here now. Why are you calling a 10-year-old and not the cops? As you already called the cops, but I don't know why he's still panicked in that case. And there it is. Honestly, I'm kind of enjoying how defensive Chikorita is right now. Like, we're just kind of taking hits. I mean, those are really weak Pidgey, but like the little damage really adds up over time, especially when you're just kind of, you know, wandering around like this. But no, Chikorita can take it. I think Martin's going to be the wall we always wanted him to be. Uh-oh, it was that guy I didn't want to see again. You got a Pokemon in the lab. What a waste. That's a Pokemon that's too good for a wimp like you. Wow, considering you're saying about a Chikorita, that's really insulting to me. Don't you get what I'm saying? Well, I do have a good Pokemon. I'll show you what I mean. Versus... Alright. This is our first trainer battle. She took us quite a while, to be honest. That's why we sent out Cyndaquil. Hey, it's like the one from the lab. What a coincidence. Now, thankfully, Cyndaquil is only level 5, which means it does not know Ember yet. I would have learned that at level 6. This is pretty much just tackle, and more tackle. Now, I don't know this, actually. Do trainer, like, rival Pokemon have, natures as well? Like, I know they have, like, IVs that are usually set to, well... More important trainers usually have higher IVs, random trainers have lower IVs. And I don't think trainer Pokemon have EVs ever, but... I don't know, do they have natures? I wonder. Would that be one lead tackling fight? Just two Pokemon ramming their heads into each other over and over until one falls over. Games for kids, everybody. Oof, are you happy you won? Sure, man. Random guy I just walked into. Do you want to know who I am? I'm gonna be the world's greatest Pokemon trainer. Well, you chose a better sword than I did. Seriously, Chicker, what is with your face? Give it back, that's my trainer card. Oh no, you saw my name. You just stole this guy's ID. That is actually a crime. No, I love you, Chikorita. Okay, but this whole, like, tough love thing, it's just because, you know, I think a lot of us were kind of like Chikorita growing up, you know, we kind of just weren't traditionally, like, people just didn't really like us for no fault of our own. We kind of always got picked last in the gym. You know, the amount of people I know who got picked last in gym doesn't make any sense. Like, how is everyone getting picked last? Like, somebody's got to be picked before that is, right? Do you see these ledges? It's scary to jump off them. Making it back to New Bark Town without walking for tall grass. Great. Yeah, so I was just saying, it's just... I don't know, I kind of found it just to... I know Chikorita can do great things. Just gotta give it... Kind of like toughen up a little bit, you know? I mean, I'm making this Pokemon game way too intense, but... I think it's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Now, I'm kind of wondering... I've been thinking about this, and I'm not sure I actually want to do it. considering, you know, what's happening right now. But I kind of want to do a personal challenge where I just go the whole game without using any repels. Like, maybe not like the whole game, but this game is a little bit on the tougher side. You do kind of need to grind if you want your Pokemon to get up there in the levels. And just battling every wild Pokemon as you see them might not be a bad way to do that. I won't be showing every battle in full for you guys, of course. But for me, maybe it's worth doing. Finally, we can run again. Right, there was something about... Well, actually, I'm not sure what he said. Oh, he did call the cops. Who are you? We're investigating the case of a missing Pokemon here. Rule number 1, whoever did it will come back to the site. Oh, thanks, Salm. He's gonna be implicated in some kind of crime. Oh my, so you must be the one who did it. Hold on a second, he has nothing to do with this. I saw there was a rare red-haired boy looking into the building. We also saw that. I guess my witness doesn't matter, is it? What? You battled a boy like that? He must be one who did it. Did you happen to get his name? We did, because we created crimes. Maybe I shouldn't say that in front of a cop. I think I got a good name for him. So, you know, he was looking in that window. He's up to no good, you know. Kind of looks like he stole that Pokemon. He's been doing some thieving, right? So I think a fitting name for him would be Robin. Yeah, I think that was pretty clever. So his name was Robin. Yes, and that's why our name is Jay, by the way. You know, he's Robin, got the red hair. He's a bird, so I'm a bird. And now you know where the nicknaming budget went. The next assignment is to search for the red-haired individual. And this never goes any farther. And this is one thing that's realistic about life. Jay, I'm glad they understand you were innocent. See you later. Jay, this is terrible. Oh yes, that was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery. And he moves on right away. Yeah, no one seems to really care about this plotline. Like, it's kind of more interesting, your rival being kind of a bit of like a bad boy, dare I say, instead of just, you know, a childhood friend or something. But I don't know, the whole theft arc just kind of just gets dropped immediately. Huh? This is an egg, isn't it? This egg may be something I've never seen. Still, it's just an egg. This Pokemon is always fascinated by eggs. Well, since he gave it to us, we might as well find out what secret it holds. I'll keep it for a while to find out about the egg. Fun fact, my brother names all his Pokemon Egg. It's very confusing. Professor Oak gave you a Pokedex? Jay, is that true? That's incredible. He's superb at seeing the potential of people as trainers. Wow, Jay, I knew you were a little different. Why? Because I chose Chikorita? Okay, I'll stop with the Chikorita jokes now. I love this guy. Things are gonna be fun. Your Pokemon seem to really like you, so why don't you take the Pokemon Gym Challenge? If you manage to defeat all the gym leaders, you'll eventually challenge the Pokemon League champion. Or not. Becoming the champion is not at all easy, but you can certainly challenge Violet City's gym. Jay, challenging the gyms scattered around will be a long journey. Before you leave, make sure you talk to your mom. Man, mom really wants to know everything. Yeah, there's one Pokeball left here. This would be the Totodile that wasn't stolen. And it will sit here till the end of time. You didn't know this before, but it's behind the thick glass walls now, so nothing bad can happen to it. Oh, I can see up to security. Wait, like immediately? Did this robbery just happen? Do you just have some, like, what's this stuff called? Plexiglass? Plexiglass? Just lying in storage or something? Where does her mom live? Man, this is a really nice house, by the way. We got like a second floor balcony and stuff. So, you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help too, but what can I do for you? I know, every time you receive prize money, I'll save some of it for you. That's actually smart. Not like a 10-year-old manages his own finance. On a long journey, money is important. Do you want me to save money for you? You can say no here, but she kind of like buys things for you. Nothing too interesting, but stuff you can't easily obtain otherwise, so yeah, I think so. Okay, I'll take care of your money for you. Be careful. Pokemon are your friends. When you work as a team, you can accomplish anything. Now, go on. I also like to believe they're also kind of sending some money back to her mom so she can, you know, keep living her own and stuff. With that, we're off. We gotta backtrack back to Cherrygrove. I think I'll just cut this part out because we've seen this a few times. Never mind, I totally forgot this was about to happen. There you are. Jay, can you catch wild Pokemon with Pokeballs? Oh, that wasn't a question. The answer is yes. And then we got the catching tutorial. Great tutorial, guys. Yeah, so she's just kind of just walk us through what we need to do. She's gonna catch herself a Rattata. I never encountered a Rattata on this route. Can you even find them here? Yeah, I can't do anything here. She just is this slow. Yeah, low HP, click the bag for Pokeballs is pretty standard stuff. I know everyone likes to kind of like clown upon the catching tutorials and stuff. I guess they really want to make sure you understand how to do this. I guess it's not super intuitive if you've never played a Pokemon game before. I guess it's just a game design challenge in general, right? Like, you want to be able to appeal to new people, so you have to be able to treat it as if this is possibly their first game, but also be able to appeal to veterans who have played many a Pokemon game in their time. See, just like that. It's better to lower Tark's HP more than I did, or make it sleep or something. Yoshi says there is actually true. Status does improve chances, but sleep improves your chances the most. Sleep and freeze, that is, but there is no reliable way to freeze a Pokemon, so don't rely on that, I guess. Try out things and see what works. I'll give you these. Good luck. And we got ourselves a Pokeball. See ya. Now there is a few Pokemon I actually want to catch right here on this first route, so... But before that happens, we need to kind of wait for something, so I'll see you back here in a little bit. And movie magic, it's now night. Yes, I definitely waited 12 hours instead of, you know, playing with settings or something. I don't know what you're talking about. Now I did that because the Pokemon one encounter can only be countered during this time. Hoot Hoot. So great they named it twice. Evidently, a lot of regional birds have a hard time standing out from the crowd. There's the OG, the one that evolves once, the one that learns close combat. Sure. But Hoot Hoot and, more to the point, Noctowl have such a unique niche, many don't even consider them to be regional birds. Noctowl has quite the focus on special bulk and HP, but still respectable special attack. It even learns a variety of psychic type coverage moves leveling up, such as Hypnosis, Confusion, and Reflect to pad out that flimsy defense stat, but no light screen. Its normal type move pool is unfortunately a bit lacking, with not many good special normal type moves to take advantage of that normal stab. However, this Pokemon can still be quite fun if you really lean into what makes it unique. There's even a specific part of this game that Noctowl makes a complete mockery of, but of course we'll get there when we get there. I'm just gonna go for a tackle here. It shouldn't kill by any means. It's pretty weak. I think a Pokeball should just work. Apparently I've been identified. But that doesn't matter because now you're inside of a capsule. Gotcha. Hoot Hoot was caught. Nice. This is a male Hoot Hoot, so I think I got a nickname for it. It always stands on one foot. It changes feet so fast the movement can rarely be seen. I didn't know it had 2 feet. I thought it just had the one. Did it do Hoot Hoot? Yes. So our male Hoot Hoot here is a bit of an owl, so I think I'm gonna call him Owen. So welcome to the team Owen the Hoot Hoot. Of course, I do want to check their ability real quick because I need a specific one. No, this one has Keen Eye. That's disappointing. But no, that's the wrong ability, so unfortunately we have to throw this one back. I kind of wish you could wait until after you check your summary to nickname them, but that doesn't happen until later generations, so back to the grind a little bit. While hunting for another male Hoot Hoot, I got myself up to level 9. I'm learning Poison Powder. Yes, that's amazing. That's going to make catching Pokemon a little bit easier. Not that we really struggled the first time. There we go. Ran into plenty of female Hoot Hoots, but this is the first male one I found. I just want to get a male one again just because the first one we found was male. That just feels right, you know. Okay, this one's a little bit stronger. Hopefully it has the right ability. There is actually a very specific reason why I want Insomnia later in the game. So I need to make sure I have it now. Because Kina is also kind of have a useless ability, let's be honest. Okay, there we go. Damage it, we statused it. We have 3 Pokeballs left. That's not great. But I'll try. Nami has 2 abilities, equal chance, so odds should say this should be the one. Yes, Insomnia, and it's docile, which means neutral nature. That's alright. I think I'd rather have a neutral nature over a bad nature. Plus, I think what I want this thing for is going to be a little bit more neutral anyway, so that's great. I need to run to the Pokemon Center kind of desperately. I'll see you in a second. Yes, so like the rest of our Pokemon, they're all hurting pretty bad. And I guess while we're here, we can deposit our spare Owens into the PC. It's a weird thing to say, but I'm standing by it. Okay, let's go for deposit Pokemon. Let's swap the screens there. I believe the first 2 are unnecessary. This is a lot of buttons. Why are so many buttons to click? Can I just do that? I can just do that. But I was in the wrong spot. I think I grabbed the wrong Owen. This is not going well. Okay, I think I got all that correctly. Let's just make sure. We still got Martin. Is Owen should have Insomnia. Sweet. Okay, we are good to go. Now there's actually one more Pokemon I want to catch, so let's go do that right now. And movie magic, it's daytime again, because this Pokemon can only kind of during the daytime. And yes, I waited 12 hours again. You can't prove I didn't. I do want to pop out the Pokemon Mart real quick, because I need to buy some more Pokeballs. They're kind of running real low. You can buy some potions, antidotes, paras, heals, but I just want some Pokeballs. Let's grab 3 more, get back up to 5. I think that's everything we care about here. What do you sell? A mail and a heal ball. Yeah, I think I'll pass. And that is time to run around in some grass to find the other Pokemon we're looking for. And finding that Pokemon took so long, we're now level 10. Hooray! Yeah, I'm not really worried about getting over leveled. This game can be pretty tricky. Plus, we got plenty of other Pokemon we need to train up now, so. Speaking of which, Sentret, yes! Sentret. There honestly aren't many good HM users in this game, which is a problem because the HMs in this game kinda suck. Seriously, the best Pokemon for this task is actually Feraligatr, compatible with 7 out of 8 HMs. Can you guess which one it can't learn? So unless you want to dedicate your starter to the deed, you may be a little pressed for options. Thankfully, one of the best ones is found right here in the first route, eventually compatible with 5 out of 8 HMs. Additionally, if you did want to use it as a legitimate team member, you could do much worse. Although I wouldn't recommend it for a full game playthrough, it does evolve quickly and it has some reasonable stats, especially in the early game. Never underestimate the power of normal stab, especially in multi-hit moves like Fury Swipes. Now, as I just mentioned in that bio, I do sort of want to use this as a permanent team member. Not to like the very end, but until we have 6 Pokemon basically to replace them, I'm kind of keep them around, and I think that's alright. I think I'm just going to go straight for the Pokeball. Back up to 5, that's great. Now, Sentret doesn't really have any good abilities, period, so I don't really care which one we get here. I think we'll just take this no matter what. A very cautious Pokemon. It raises itself up using its tail to get a better view of surroundings. That is pretty neat. Want a new nickname? Yes. This is a male Sentret, so I think I'm gonna call it Freddy. So welcome to the team, Freddy. Let's give that Pokemon a look-see. His ability to run away, I think I'm okay with that. That looks like a... Wait, is this thing adamant? Yeah, this thing's adamant. That's a plus attack nature minus special attack. I think that's one of the better natures we could have gotten. Yeah, Fred is definitely an attacker, not a special attacker. So yeah, that's a great nature. I'm really happy about that. Everyone better fear our adamant Freddy the Sentret. And with that, that's everything I wanted to catch. So let's turn those shoes off. Damn it. And let's make our way back to the Pokemon Center to heal up our new Pokemon. And I think that's a good place to leave it for today. We made a ton of story progress. We caught 2 new team members. You know what? Let me swap some things around. You can see some new field fights. So there's Owen following us. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never actually used a Noctowl in this game before. I thought it'd be really fun to try this time around. And there's a little Sentret. Always on 4 legs. It's so cute. Man, okay, I think I'm able to talk about this a little bit as we're wrapping up here. But like the field sprites in this game are one of the best parts. This is why this is like my favorite game to watch like a randomizer Nuzlocke of, because you get to see the field sprites you never usually get to see. Because every single Pokemon in the National Dex has a field sprite, you know, for all 4 cardinal directions. That's amazing because a lot of those Pokemon aren't even obtainable in this game, yet they went for the effort of adding field sprite for them. It's just a little bit of effort that just makes this game so much more enjoyable. And when using new team members never used before is so much more interesting as well. So yeah, I'll do it for today's episode. Next time we'll continue our trek to Violet City and take on the gym challenge. See you then.